right, guys, so you've seen it, I've seen it, we've all effing seen this shit. The movie slate for DC, or at least most of it, half of it, some of it, as James Gunn has said, because it's not the whole thing. Um, it's here. Let's talk about it. Um, what I'm most excited for, what I think. I have so many emotions right now, guys, so just forgive me. But we're going to talk about this. So without further ado, let's jump in. All right, guys, so before we go, of course, we're holding a competition on this channel. Starting off the new year, pretty good. I know I didn't do, I think I did a video for January, but family vacation, I was gone. I'm here. February, I say February 1st is going to be like the new year for me, I guess, right? Um, yeah, so I'm still waiting for the people who won the last competition from that video to contact me so you guys can get your prize. This month's competition is going to be even better. All right, guys, as usual, the competition for this month will be Hogwarts Legacy. I will be giving away 2 copies of this video game to enter into the competition. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. The first subscribing winner will be announced on the 10th. Second subscriber winner will be announced on the 24th. So, without further ado, let's jump into this video. So he gave us a couple things, a lot of stuff. If you guys watched my last video, I kind of talked about. And like I said, as usual, maybe should I lower this? No, I think this is good. I feel like this is a good angle. Let me know if this is a good angle or not. As I said before, I think, or as I said in a previous video, like Shazam and Flash and Aquaman, all those, even Blue Beetle, like I had a feeling we're not going to be connected to the DCU. They are not so much canceled, but like their own thing. But my theory, let me give you my theories on those. So I think from the last video we saw of Jason Momoa, I'm assuming that like this Aquaman is going to be the last Aquaman, and he's going to give us something more awesome connected to the DCU. And my theory has a lot to do with Paradise Lost, and that's the Wonder Woman thing. So once we get there, I'll go back to this point that I'm making now to kind of connect the two. But I think this might be the last we see of Aquaman. Blue Beetle. Again, I've been saying like Blue Beetle is Blue Beetle. Like I get it, but he's not a thing. Like he's not a thing. Like we're getting a Booster Gold series, and whoever they cast as Booster Gold will have to be a household name, right? To carry that, like a Booster Gold at least has some sort of cult recognition. Like he pops up here and there and shows in video games. But Blue Beetle, no, no. And don't get me wrong, like I watched Young Justice, but I absolutely hated that we got no character growth from anybody else Blue Beetle. Like I didn't care. Like I felt like when they introduced him in Young Justice, I felt like, bro, like so much happened last season. Why are we focused on Blue Beetle? Like this doesn't make it. It's just the whole storyline I didn't like. That's just my personal opinion. But him as a character, also like he's not that popular of a character, so I just don't think that's going to be successful, and I don't think that's going to continue on as an Elseworld product. But we shall see. Shazam. My thing is, and I know I'm like kind of like pooping on this, but here's my thing. Like Zachary Levi is doing his own thing, and he could possibly continue doing his own thing, and he could love it, and the films could be great. However, like, what's the point of doing this if you're not connected to that world, especially his style of film? Now, I mean, like, I'm trying to think, like, if they go full family, like, maybe there's a connection there. I don't know, but I just don't see. I don't. I at least don't grasp the point of being Shazam if you're not connected to the DCU. But a paycheck's a paycheck, and he might just do that. Let's get into the first, I guess, movie or programming slotted here, and this is the animated series called Creature Commandos, which is pretty much League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but like DC. But I think wasn't. I feel like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was already like a Warner Brothers property, or at least a DC property. But yeah, so it is. It is a DC imprint. It was a DC imprint, and I guess this is James Gunn's version of that. Uh, okay, cool. I dig it. I'm not gonna say like I can't say anything like super negative about this. Like I dig that he's bringing something like retro. I guess the word retro comes to mind, but like something old to something new to bring it to a new audience. Kind of like how Doom Patrol did, right? Doom Patrol came in, so this is awesome. But it also explains, or at least leaves the door open for a character for his Batman, Solomon Grundy. Like this is going to be some cool stuff. It also leaves the door open for the Justice League Dark, Secret Six maybe. Like there's the door is open for a lot of new teams because of this. So what it represents is going to be awesome. And I also think you could go a lot further in the animation medium because all these things connect. Everything connects, and with animation, you're able to go. I mean, I guess you're able to suspend more disbelief than you could on film. So anything that happens in that world, we know is connected, but we also are like, oh, well, we're watching a cartoon, so that's kind of cool that that's happening. You get what I mean? So I think that's awesome. I think this one is going to it's going to surprise a lot of people. I mean, definitely this is James Gunn Willhouse, like turning these characters into like the characters that people really don't care about into something amazing. So I'm excited to see what happens. Superman Legacy. So, okay, all right. There's a lot. Okay, so I feel like we 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 are being kind of like toyed with this announcement. I don't know if it's purposely. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose. If he's not, he's not. But if he is, good play. Okay. And so when he announced Superman Legacy, they use the image of All Star Superman. So that being said, I'm wondering if this is an older Clark spending his last days with Lois Lane and thereby doing the things and basically showing her his culture as a Kryptonian, like kind of like a last will, a testament, and the legacy comes in with Jonathan Kent. Now we can kind of see we could okay, I know what you're saying. Like, why would they bring in Jonathan Kent? I don't know why they would, but I feel like with the All Star Superman nod, and the Legacy title, like that's obviously like something that's being passed on, like his legacy. I feel like there might be hints to Jonathan Kent in this, and we're gonna touch on another. There's another film in here. There's actually two more films in here that kind of touches on like, could there be the next generation in this new plan for the DCU films, because it's if this the thing, it's gonna get crazy. But anyways, that's why I think like we are kind of being like, there's a sleight of hand happening here because I don't. Why would you use All Star Superman? Like, why would he do that? Like, he dies. He literally dies in this comic book. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I just noticed that. So the lanterns are next, right? And that okay, so I wasn't on board until I heard the whole True Detective angle. I would like to see that on like a galactic level. Now, do I think like they said well, he said another keyword in this. He said a terrestrial like thing. So I'm feeling like this is going to be grounded. It's not going to be in space per se, right? Because I think if they did like planet, or I mean, I guess they could do planet, but if they did it space and all this stuff in space, the TV show becomes more expensive than it needs to be. So doing it like planet to planet, like the Mandalorian, makes sense. And seeing how this plays out, these trying to solve this mystery. If it's just one planet, one long mystery, like True Detective, man, I'd be interested to see it. And also, I don't know if he brought up the True Detective thing to say like it's going to be grounded and rated in that same that same type of TV show where we'll get some nitty gritty stuff. That's going to be exciting. Also, seeing how Jordan, like finally getting like a really good Hal Jordan, finally getting a John Stewart, but seeing how they like you know, maybe have this friction between them. as like who does this sector belong to is gonna be like interesting. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. Man, I think my next video I'm gonna do about this is gonna be like the casting I would pick for each thing. But yeah. So I'm excited for that. Also, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go. I'm not gonna leave Lanterns and shit. As keep Jeff Johns away from this, okay? Adapt his Blackest Night or Darkest Night graphic novel all you want, but he does horrible film. Horrible. Stop. Okay, and so next up is the Authority movie, which is basically everybody compares them to the boys, but I wouldn't compare them to the boys, right? I don't think they are the. I can't compare them to. I don't want to compare them to boys. But what is cool is that they're a Wildstorm imprint, and DC owns Wildstorm. The other thing about this opens the door to another group of heroes in Wildstorm called Gen 13, which is kind of like the X-Men, which so I hope we get there. But I'm excited for this because the Justice League, when and if they do form, will need a team to go against. And if the Authority has kind of been built as this team doing that, and this new team, the Justice League, is who opposes them, that's a great story to tell. I would love to see that and see where that grows and how that grows. So the Authority, I'm for, and I can't wait to see how that's planned out. Paradise Lost. So here we go. Let me get comfortable. The nitty gritty. So I am a huge Wonder Woman fan. The stuff that happened with Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins, like I hate. You guys know I hate that. Like I hate what happened. I'm not a fan of it, right? So I am all for this until I heard that Gal is a executive producer on this TV show, which is, I'm like, why? Like, she needs to be like, she's also a person that needs to be as far away from this as possible. Like, if we're starting a whole new Holy Trinity, like her influence, which is fashion, and again, that's nothing wrong with that. However, this is the wrong hero for that. If you want to do the fashion story, make a Vixen film. Go do that. That's literally her thing. She is a model. Go fuck with that, right? Don't do this to Wonder Woman. Like, there's no need to fashion boots with hills in it. It's not Wonder Woman's thing. It might have been her thing recently, and I feel like that's because of what Wonder Woman, the movie, has done. But normally, no, there's no need for that. So, yeah, don't do like she just doesn't need to be anywhere near set. So that's my whole thing. So I have a small amount of hope for this. Honestly, I was excited about it when I heard it, and then I heard that, and that like just totally bummed me out. So, but that also leads me to why I think maybe this is going to be that our new Holy Trinity will be the next generation. Because if Gal Gadot is producing or executive producing, she's probably not going to be too happy about somebody else putting on Diana's clothes. So I wonder if this story is going to be about Donna Troy. That would be an interesting take. Maybe, who knows? We shall see. Okay, so again, this is what it's this is what where I feel like and okay, so this is why I feel like there's some switchery happening here, and this is why I feel like we may be leaning into the new frontier or the future state, right? Um, of superheroes coming to film, and that is Batman: Brave and the Bold. So when this is introduced, I've seen a lot of like outlets report that like, oh, Batman: Brave and the Bold is when Bruce has taken in Damian and Dick Grayson has replaced Bruce because Bruce is whatever, and whatnot, right? Whatever the story goes, this is why this is happening. Oh no. The images that they're using is Batman and Robin. And this line stems from Battle of, I want to say Battle for the Cowl, or I think it's Battle of the Cowl. But when Bruce Wayne is gone, everybody's like, who's going to be the next Bruce Wayne? Dick Grayson takes over. And that's Batman and Robin. That's not Batman and Robin, the Brave and the Bold. So the Brave and the Bold is its separate comic book. Batman and Robin is also its separate comic book. So this is why it feels like we're purposely being misled. And a lot of people are just sucking it in, right? They go, oh, Brave and the Bold, Batman and Robin, David Wayne. And I remember he said this, and I was like, no, I have those comics, and I don't remember those comics saying very Brave and the Bold. I remember them saying Batman and Robin Battle for the Cowl. Like, nah, none of that. So, and in that, Dick Grayson takes over for Batman, and Damian Wayne becomes Robin. And later on, Batman comes back. The thing about it is the Grant Morrison run, issues 1 through 26, it literally starts off with Batman Reborn, not Batman Brave and the Bold, it's Batman and Robin, Batman Reborn. Those have Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin. So again, that's why I feel like, okay, all right, are you pulling a fast one on us? Like, are you secretly sneaking in the New Frontier? Again, I have no problem with, like, this is something new. I know a lot of people might have a problem with it. However, much like Kal-El, Bruce Wayne, Princess Diana, like all these stories have been told. So in order to revamp it, it would be cool to see this, right? And that would also explain why the Authority is there. The Authority is the quasi Justice League. They're who we have right now. Are they good at it? A little bit. Are they bad at it? Probably. And then this new generation of heroes show up, and they're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna fix all this." And the Authority is like, "Who the fuck are you guys? This is our shit. We run shit." And that's your first freaking battle. Like that's what it looks like. And that's just like a tangent or an idea of what possibly happened. I don't know if it's really gonna happen, but it just seems like James Gunn is setting this up for like these new Frontier characters. Jonathan Kent, Donna Troy is not really a New Frontier character, but however, she is like the next to be Wonder Woman. And with going off of Grant Morrison's run of Batman and Robin, Dick was Batman, and James Gunn's already said he wants to. All the heroes are already established in this world. Like the heroes in this world are a matter of fact. That's why we're not getting all these crazy origins, right? Which makes sense that we're getting all these legacy films. But like I said, I'm so sorry. But like I said, the Batman and Robin run, the Grant Morrison run specifically was Dick Grayson taking up the mantle as Batman and his Robin being Damian Wayne. And that's why I'm like, are we doing this? It just seems like it. It seems suspicious. I don't know. That's just a thought. Booster Gold. Look it, man. I love his premise. I get him as a character. I've never really been a fan of Booster Gold. I dig the idea of freaking Booster Gold. I mean, there's so much there. As I'm explaining his character, you're probably like, why don't you like him? I've just never cared for him. Like, I don't. But as a fish out of water, or the crummy guy trying to make $1 and going back in the past to become like bigger than who he is, like time travel gimmick. It's funny to me. It's so funny to me. Like if Seth Rogen, no, not Seth Rogen. If Jonah Hill was Booster Gold, like dope. I mean, that's off the top of my head. I mean, of course, people have been throwing out Chris Pratt, but I think they really just need somebody with great comedic timing and somebody who can play uh, that type of character. Like, you have to be funny, but you kind of have to be a jerk because to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, again. This is why I am like, are we doing Future State? Is this New Frontier stuff? It's based on the comic book of the same name. However, that is a Future State comic book, which again, are we saying we're doing Future State? Are we doing Future State? Because if we're doing Future State, amazing, awesome. I'm down. I'm here for it. Let's do it, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking. But I just feel like we are about to do Future State. Do you feel it? I fucking feel it. And finally, Swamp Thing. James Gunn himself said we are going to get some terrifying stuff out of this, and I'm super assuming that Swamp Thing and the Creature Commandos are going to be connected, but also we get the Green, right? And that means another Batman villain, Poison Ivy, will be around, and that is going to be awesome. Like, it honestly, I see why some people are looking at this and they're like, what the fuck? Why should we care about this? But honestly, it's a well-rounded plan. On paper, it looks amazing. So we already got the fact that there's vampires, werewolves, ghosts, Frankenstein, Solomon Grundy could exist in this world. Creatures who are elemental, Swamp Thing, Poison Ivy, these people can exist in this world. Um, with the Authority, we are introduced to people who are like experimented on, a la Weapon X. So those people around, like the government is doing government experiments, right? With the Lantern series, we are getting some really super cool stuff like detective work, and that's going to be great. And again, to touch back on Supergirl, girl, like to have another again. I feel like it just feels like we're doing Future State, but to have another Kryptonian around to kind of help Jonathan Kent or a Kryptonian that has something different, a different upbringing. But what would be the dopest thing? What would if we got this? The dopest thing would be is if Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, at the end she became Power Girl. She said, "You know what? I'm not gonna be Supergirl. I'm gonna be Power Girl. Dope. I'm in all the way." But it all just sounds like a wonderful, like everything is just planned out great on paper for sure. We got to see how this is going to be executed, but it seems like it's going to be a well-rounded world. And again, we have all these characters who are already in this world. We're not getting a lot of origin stuff. We're getting like Spider-Man Homecoming, right? Like, hey, I got bit by something, whatever, we're here, and now the story is going to go. So I'm super excited to see what's going on, guys. I hope you guys are too. I just can't wait. Again, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, we are doing another competition. We are giving away Hogwarts Legacy. There goes that legacy thing. So yeah, definitely get ready for that. All you got to do to enter in the competition is like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to get your copy. Bada bing, bada boom. As usual, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you guys later. Stay excellent.